This is an audio test, so this is about the distance I'll be holding the camera. Here's the solar cart. It's gone over 500 miles. 300 watts of solar panels. Well, technically those panels don't put out 100 each. On a good day you might get 80 watts per panel. This is a good contrast test. I'm testing out this DJI camera, action cam. Took back the GoPro because it was absolutely impossible to get it to work with my phone. The app didn't work. So, wouldn't work with any of my devices. I have 15 Android devices. Didn't work with any of them. Here's the airlift pump system. Look at my pressures here. I can't tell what I'm videoing, but I got the screen turned down too dark. But this is just a test. I don't plan on uploading this to YouTube. There's the compressor. You can hear the lines pulsing. I'll be curious to see if that shows up in the video. There's the solar panels that are running the deep freeze, the fridge, and a little electric heater right now. It's a good sunny day, pretty much. See, right here you can hear that pulsing of the airlines. We'll see if that comes out on the video. I'll probably do another quick video with the wind noise turned off to see if that helps the video or not. Here's the solar shop with these are good panels, rich solar panels. They get closer to 100 watts than the those smaller ones do. I'm going to pan up and see if you can see that airplane. See how well it does with the sun. Tank's getting dry. Tank's getting low. Yeah, that's all airlift driven over there. So let's check our battery voltage on the solar trailer. Looking good. It's in float. Right here. And that's the inverter. I took a computer case and put a couple of inverters in it. There's your dinner. And I got a TP-Link smart switch so I can shut it on and off remotely. And that smart switch also will do wattage. So this is my workstation in the spring and the summertime to get out of the house. And there's an inverter and a Dell workstation. I took the monitor out because it was too big. I'm going to put a smaller monitor. Radio that powers up the Wise Cam. That blue charge controller there, that's how the Wise Cam is powered. So it's all DC direct stuff out here, except for that the TV and the computer run on inverter. Everything else is DC direct. Oh, and the Christmas lights, of course, are not DC direct. That goes to the inverter. that. But I'm also using these Christmas lights. These are the LED lights you can get from Walmart. They don't pull much power at all. Both of these strands I think pull less than 6 watts. I'll have to check. But yeah, not much power. And here is the 12-volt golf cart that I rigged up. It's got one 12-volt battery, 100-watt solar panel, and one charge controller that was broken and it still doesn't work correctly. I have to reset it for it to keep charging. I'll be replacing that soon. But I use this to pull the mobile shop around. And it's just enough power to pull it around. How you like that? And it's a 12-volt system as well. All the solar stuff I do is 12 volt. And it's just because of convenience and scalability is easy. A lot less battery usage. This whole trailer that runs the water well is running off this one 12-volt battery. And this battery is probably 12 years old now. I'll have to look at the date code. But you can see it's old. It's an AGM battery. But it runs both inverters, power tools. It'll run an electric saw, no problem. Electric chainsaw, grinder, whatever you want to throw at it. So I think that's pretty cool. And plus, with a 12-volt system, you can use Tinker Toy charge controllers. You know, the little junky ones. 14 bucks each for these. And the cool thing about these charge controllers, I want to show you real quick, is they actually have a decent so that's the voltage coming from the solar panel. That's the amps coming in. So it's charging 11.2 amps to the battery. Or that's the amps coming from the solar panels, sorry. And this is just other stuff where you can set your voltage and your battery bank voltage and stuff like that. So yeah, 14 bucks. You can catch these when they're cheaper. Sometimes they're 20 bucks, but 14 bucks. And they claim to be a, I think, 30 amp charge controller. I would never push 30 amps into these things. I always run them a little less than half of what they're rated, because you really don't know the rating on these things, because I mean, it's just a plastic front and a little aluminum frame back to cool the MOSFETs. They don't ever run hot because I'm always running them, like I say right now, 11.5 amps and 7.7 on this side. Because the battery bank is in float, if I put it under load, that would increase. But max, I think these things only see 12 amps at the most per charge controller. So I got two 100-watt panels going into this one, and these 200-watt panels are going into this one, and then this 100-watt panel by itself, and this 100-watt panel, and this one up here are going into this charge controller in here. And you can see that it's running at 11.8 amps right there. So it takes about 30 amps to run 30 amps 12 volt to run the inverter, the 110 inverter that's running the 110 air compressor for the airlift well. So that's what's happening right now. This inverter is powering extension cords going over that compressor that I showed you earlier that's running the airlift. And this airlift is filling the bottom of that 80-gallon tank, and it's spraying water out here for the birds to play in, and it also sends water up to the house, and it's also water down here. This is temporary for the birds to drink and the wildlife, and it's all powered by the solar shop. Also have a homemade TV antenna up there that I made years ago, and this is the AM/FM antenna for the radio. A Wise cam, they're about 25 bucks. And this is a fan that I got from a friend. The motor was burned out, so I put a treadmill motor, and it runs DC direct as well. So in the summertime, I can reverse the flow if I want to pull the air out of there or push it in to the workstation there and to the mobile shop. It's just a flip of a switch, and it runs at the perfect speed at about 14 volts when the battery bank is in float. It's quiet, I can still work, still make phone calls. So it's technically a mobile workstation slash shop slash power station. In the future, I'm thinking about making it a little bit more mobile and taking it out to the country somewhere else to have some fun with it. But right now, that stuff would fly off the roof. So, and here's the cat. She's probably getting a little older than she should be. She was born in 2006, I think. Right up by the house. Stray cat came up and had some kittens, and she's the smartest cat I've ever seen, and she's still very healthy living out in the country here. Organicmike.com. Subscribe if you like. Don't forget to hit that like button. I'll give you plenty of time to hit that like button before the video ends, because I see a lot of people telling you to hit the like button right at the end of the video, and then it switches, and who wants to go back and try to find that video and hit the like button again? So now's your time to do it if you want to help grow the channel. I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff with solar, airlift, my own inventions, and my goal is to maybe convert the 65 Chevy over there, the one on the left, to electric one of these days.